And I just saw him looking at me like this, as if to go, "You are a bellend." And I went, "Because you don't like me either." And he was like, "What?" But I found Beterbiev a little bit arrogant. It might have been the language barrier, but we're trying to get stuff out of you to build the fight, And I said to Dimitri before, smash him up, come on. And I really believe Dimitri will win. It's going to be a really tough night's work because Beterbiev is brilliant. He's a savage. What a fight.
Do you think he can stop Beterbiev?
I mean, look, Beterviev's been down before. Callum Johnson have him over. Everybody can be hurt. But I expect Dimitri to put on a clinic, and maybe easier than we think.
Yeah.
Those are the words of Eddie Hearn, as he, as you guys heard, stated that Artur Beterbiev, he feels, is arrogant. Okay, and he based that on the fact that, of course, Artur Beterbiev in the conference was stating, well, he knows this already. He knows what this is. He knows what I've said to him, and all this. And of course, Bivol was like, no, I don't. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? And that's why Eddie said that, because he's trying to get Artur to open up and everything like that. So, and he took it, his few choice of words that, hey, he's arrogant. And let me counterpunch. Is Artur Beterbiev arrogant? Well, I'll tell you this. You get the perception of Artur Beterbiev, his overall tone, his personality, you would think anything but arrogant. He talks about a clean living. He talks about simplicity. He talks about, praise and worship and, and discipline and things like that. But honestly, could I personally look at anything that Artur Beterbiev done in his career that comes off arrogant? And I would have to say yes, surprisingly. Okay. What I've heard Artur Beterbiev say one time was when this was early last year, like January of last year. And he was being interviewed. I can't remember. It was Fight Hide or Fight Hub or one of them. And a lot of people, the interviewer asked him about Alexander Usyk. And he was like, well, Usyk, you think you could beat Usyk in the pros? And he said, yes. He said, okay, well, but that Alexander Usyk, he's already beaten you twice in the amateurs. And Artur responded and this is his exact words. He was like, and that the way he said it kind of came off like a little bit arrogant. It might have been a deflection, a response. It was definitely a response, but the way he responded, it might have been kind of snappy, but it did come off a bit arrogant. Everything else, I don't. Every time I think of Beterviev, I think of this guy sitting in a cold bath in Arctic weather. You know what I mean? They like those guys in Eastern Europe, they make them a little different over there. And I think that Artur, though, I think he did not intend to come off arrogant. I think what it was is most people that are badasses, they say less and do more. Okay, and he's really not a big talker, and I don't think it has anything to do with the language barrier. Because Artur, yeah, he doesn't speak English that well, but I mean, he speaks it just as well as someone like Gennady Golovkin, I feel. You know what I mean? Because Gennady, he just had a practice of saying the same shit over and over again after he got through crushing somebody on American television. No, guys, I want drama show. No, good body, that type of thing. So if you can say those string of words, people get the perception that you speak English a lot more than you do, until he got his ass whooped. And what happened? He needed an interpreter, didn't he? He went right back to the Kazakhstan or the Kazakh language, right? So, Yeah, I think Artur speaks good enough English to understand that, and I don't think it was a language barrier at all. I just think he's, that may came off like, you know what it is. You know what it is. You already know what I told you. Yeah, that does come off arrogant a bit. So you have two, examples of that, right? Two examples of Artur Beterbiev appearing arrogant. So you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn's statements towards Artur Beterbiev, that he comes off arrogant. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!